Did you know that there is a capital city that was built for millions of people, but is virtually empty, and that the United States squandered $17 billion on a mega project that was never used and is still completely useless today? Here is a list of the world's most useless mega projects that will amaze you. Golden Finance 117. Golden Finance 117, also known as China 117 Tower, is a half-finished skyscraper in Tianjin, China. The skyscraper, which stands 596.5 meters tall and has 128 stories, was completed in 2015. Construction began in 2008 but was twice halted, and it remains unfinished and empty as of April 2022. The construction of the skyscraper began in 2008 and was scheduled to be completed in 2014. Due to the effects of the Great Recession, work was halted in January 2010 and resumed in 2011, with a revised completion date of 2018 to 2019. Furthermore, the tower's striking diamond-shaped crown at the top, which would act as an atrium with its glass area, is intended to improve Tianjin's skyline. Tropicana Field Stadium. Tropicana Field Stadium was built to house the baseball team of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. It has a high roof that is supported and illuminated by structures that drop down into the stadium, preventing base runners from hitting high balls for home runs. Despite the fact that it appears to be fantastic from the outside, it had some serious issues on the inside as well. Furthermore, by 2010, it was the only active Major League Baseball stadium with a permanent roof, which cannot be lowered and frequently becomes an impediment for hitting balls. Yamer Stadium was planned to be built in its place in 2018. Additional proposals to replace or modernize the structure were made in 2021. Ciudad Real Central Airport, Spain. Despite its location some 220 kilometers to the south, Ciudad Real International Airport, which opened in 2009 during a building boom, was initially intended to take some of the traffic from Madrid-Barajas. Its passenger terminal was designed to handle 2 million passengers per year at first, and 10 million if planned expansions were completed. Furthermore, the billion-euro project only lasted 3 years. It was only served by 2 airlines at the time, Ryanair and the Spanish low-cost carrier Vueling. Shortly, the airport began to fail. It was later listed for sale for 89 million euros. Meanwhile, no investor was willing to pay the required amount. Xinyan. The Xinyan International Program is a significant unfinished urban development in Shijiazhuang, Hebei Province, China. The project was split into 2 sections. The south was to be a 1,300-acre elevated residential community with low-density housing, while the north was to be a 426-acre water and enjoyment theme park. Finally, in 2014, local authorities launched an investigation into Hebei Real Estate Development Group Company Limited for bribery, and the company began to collect billions of dollars in debt. The operations of the Hebei Real Estate Development Group ended in 2017, resulting in the cancellation of the original project. Tens of thousands of owners are unable to move in, and the units cannot be used because they are unfinished. The Xinyan International Project covers approximately 1,800 acres. Forest City, Malaysia. Forest City has been named the world's second most ineffective megaproject. The development was intended to be built entirely on recovered land from 4 artificial islands, with the goal of creating the country's first entirely green smart city. When it was first announced in 2006, it was expected to take up to 20 years to complete. The project's vision has long been lauded and criticized, with some questioning whether a megaproject of this magnitude was ever feasible. The project's proximity to Singapore, which included the construction of a second link bridge, as well as a separate customs station that allowed easy access between the island state and Johor, was hoped to attract investors. Furthermore, Malaysians were unable to purchase property in Forest City because Chinese foreign investors were simply outbidding them. According to reports, the project was created specifically to serve the mainland Chinese, with important infrastructure details like street signs constructed in Mandarin. But as of 2020, only 500 people were living in the first completed phase. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, hit us with a like and engage with us in the comments below to tell us what you think.